Alright, hello and welcome to one I'm very excited to start here. We are going to start our journey through Final Fantasy VIII. Now this is one of my favourites, and I'm going to be very quiet during this lovely opening cutscene because honestly, it's gorgeous. Does that not just give goosebumps? I mean, come on. A masterpiece. Alright, slightly blinded by nostalgia. Now this is the Steam release of the remaster. Yeah, I'm okay. It's got to be face slash, but I'm fine. Now, unfortunately, this game is in 4.3, not 16.9, and we are playing as Squall. So there is going to be the black lines around the screen. There's not much I can do about that. I don't like stretching the image to 16.9. It's sort of it just stretches everything rather than actually filling the screen with the image. So I tend not to do that. Now I am playing this with the Demaster in, which is what allows modding, but the only mod I'm using it for is to change the Xbox buttons to PlayStation buttons. That's pretty much it. There's nothing else. There's no graphical mods, no gameplay mods, no magic mods, nothing. Look at a mysterious visitor with a dandy little shawl around the back there. Now, everything people complain about this game for, right, I will fully explain as we're playing it. I know a lot of people rag on the junction system, and I will I will explain the junction system fully. Male or Cypher? Take your pick. Who do you want, Teach? Obviously, our teacher is... I've never been too sure how to pronounce our teacher's name. Some say Quistis, some say Keistis. I say Keistis myself. But I may occasionally call it Quintus. But, you know, it's Keistis. Surely. Now again, this is going to be a walkthrough. I will be doing everything. All side quests. All mini games. And that does include, for better or worse, all limit breaks. Look at that. She's trying to finish our sandwiches. Now the reason I say for better or worse for all limit breaks is one of them is an absolute pain to get. But I will do it. And this is our skull's a giant church bell. I mean, look at that. Ah, they really pushed the PlayStation 1 to the absolute limit with the cutscenes in this game. I mean, and yes, I know people's complaints about the story before it even starts. And no, I am not accepting no Squall dies theories. I'm not accepting no Squall and another character being related, because it even explains in the game that, you know, they're not related. Team assignments. So yeah, so the beginning of this game revolves around us trying to become a seed. I mean, I think we traded, to be fair, Keistis. I do believe I was injured and he was injured. And teacher wants to, we've only just started the game and the teacher wants to talk. Now the first thing I'm going to do is hopefully, there we go, sit down at the computer. Well, I'm not going to be looking at anything in the computer, it's just... Is it in the basics, I believe? GFs. No, I didn't want that. There's going to be nothing in it. Exactly. No one volunteered to help pull off the garden festival. We're starting a new life. Wimbley Donna. That was a bit of a somber message to start the game off with, wasn't it? So what I wanted to do here was tutorial. To get our GF data. Now GF is obviously short for Guardian Force, or, well, girlfriend. But in this game it is Guardian Force. And that's all I cared about that panel for. I care about absolutely nothing else. We're completely done with the computer. So with that, we can now look at our GFs. So if we go to Junction, Squall, and Junction him a GF, in this case I want to Junction him Shiva. We have no magic to Junction to our Spirit yet, so we don't worry about that. We'll go Magic, Raw, and GF for now, although that will become item eventually. Now obviously if you go to Junction Magic, you can see all these different things here. I will explain each and every one of them as they become prevalent in the story. If there's no need for it in the story, then, well, not in the story, but no need for them in the game, I'll explain it. Fire Cavern. Yeah, we'll blame somebody else. It was Cypher's fault. No, I don't have a good excuse. I was just lying in hospital with my head gashed open from somebody using a gun blade. Yes, this game is gun blades. It's really cool. Our swords are guns. I've already checked out the study panel cases, but thank you very much. When you talk to these, but one's jealous that we get to spend time. I mean, these are short skirts for a skull. The Treppies. Cases' surname is obviously Trape, but Trappies doesn't sound right, so I say Treppies instead. And they're not happy that we get to go spend the morning with Instructor. Our instructor in the fire cavern. I mean, it doesn't sound like it's a nice place to go. Oh, somebody got a very important date? Nope, we just get headbutted. We should check the safe for alright. We'll not give the whatever and talk to a wall answer. Hee hee. No shit, you were in a hurry. Yep, all done and dusted, you missed it. Ah, it's so much bigger. Sure, we can do a quick tour of the garden. We can use it as an excuse to have a quick look around ourselves. The other thing I like about this one is people don't just teleport inside you. We talk to these guys here, we get some cards. Now, this card game is going to get extremely addicting. I will be playing a lot of this. But we just get a basic cards here, you know, we got the Gazed, Fungar, Red Bat, Gaelic, Gesper, Faster Callan F, and the Caterpillar. All terrible cards. By the time we play cards, we will not be using cards like that. I have a certain system, a certain way of getting the cards I want very early. And I 100% will be doing that, and you can guarantee it. So this is the control panel, I'm guessing. I mean, it's not a control panel. It's a directory. The directory, my bad. So yeah, we can use this to teleport around the garden, obviously, but Squall's going to nicely explain everything for us. Yeah, so we sleep in the dorms. Makes sense. Yep, food in the canteen. Hot dogs. Got to be there for the hot dogs. 100%. Parking lot. Well, we're on an island. Where are we taking the car to? The front gate, which I can't forget we have to meet the instructor down there. And we've got the quad. Which is, the garden, that's where the garden festival's going to be. We'll just skip past joining the garden committee. Why not? The infirmary, which is just where we were this morning. And our doctor is Karawaki. So we got the training centre. It seems like a bad idea having real monsters running loose in the training centre. Like, what if they get out? I'm sure that'll never happen. And then the library where we can, I'm guessing, go to read. And the headmaster lives on the 3rd floor. And he's Sid. Nice and easy. That was a nice and quick explanation there. Oh, we're both taking the SAID exam. So we might bump into each other again. Now this lovely little orb over here is your save point. Obviously. Why wouldn't your save point be a lovely glowing orb? And now we're going to take a look at a few different areas around the garden. There's nothing in the infirmary worth looking at. There's just the doctor, which we've already met. The problem with this beta remaster, right, is they didn't really remaster much. I still love it though. Still love it. No, I do not play an instrument. This is the chick we've just helped, by the way. Oh look, somebody's got Heelys or rollerblades. You can't even talk to them. Hey, leave us alone. Ah, you can't follow us down the stairs. Ah, says you can't. Ah. So the one that was heading it up didn't just leave, he's been sent around the world. And this is the transfer student. I'm interested. I'm not joining the... I'll not join the... I love how it's like, been asked twice if I want to join the committee and neither time I've had a chance to give an answer. I'll join the committee if you give me 3 belts. I don't think I have enough belts on. Yes, Squall wears like 7 belts. It's ridiculous. So most of these people around here don't have anything to say, but the music's lovely and calming at any rate. So we got the cafeteria up here. This is one of the only times you're going to see us going around the school to different places. There's half the time there's really no need, which is a shame. But it's there for now. Hey, there's Cypher. The man that we were fighting in the beginning that gave us that lovely cut across our forehead. And he's with Fusion and Rajin. I love how Fusion just speaks in all caps. Fusion just shouts at everybody. There's not much else to be said there, really. Yo! Rage. I still love that little kick noise. I'll make sure to be careful, Rajan. Don't worry. Don't worry, my dude. Oh, and there's a lively fellow come flying into here. No hot dogs for you. Sorry, my dude. Better luck next time. Look at that. He's so upset that he's got no hot dogs. Just gonna walk away, all angry and upset, with a tattoo on the side of his face. If the text box appears like that, where it's sort of faded out, they're thinking it, you know. I love how that still goes through Rajan's head. Speeding? Arrested for running? Now that sounds a bit fucking bullshit like, but you know. Roger, you know. Rajan is essentially what they based Walker and Final Fantasy X off. I'll be honest with you, the way Fusion goes on, she's pretty similar to Lulu as well. Now that's the dormitory straight up there. We don't really need the dormitories, we're not going to sleep. The car park, where we can't take a car from, so what's the point? The training centre, yeah, I'm not going in the training centre. You can go in the training centre if you want to fight. Go. And then this is the library. Here we go. Student number 41269, Squall. That's a bit harsh. Imagine somebody that worked at the school just calling you a problem child. I mean, seems a bit excessive, don't you think? But anyway, we head down here. Is it over this side, I believe? Ah, there it is. We have a draw point where we can draw Asuna. Now, you can only do that if you have a GF equipped. As you can see there, we've got 8 Asunas. There is something I'm looking for here, I'm pretty sure. Is it on this bit out here? Where's that? Hey, game. Don't do this to me, game. I know it's here. Obviously, I've got to run around that dude. Yeah, just check out whatever. I'm sure it'll work for you, my friend. Where's the book? Can I not get it yet? I'm pretty sure I could get it now. I mean, oh, there it is. I just wasn't on the exact pixel. But we get a cult fan number 1. There's quite a few magazines to collect in this game. And a library guard with a pigtail. I mean, they're normal library rules. I mean, I would say they're pretty safe for library rules. You know, pretty bog standard. What's this dude melting out for? Can't even talk to him, but I can run through him. So we'll have a little look at that occult fan we just got there. A mysterious monster death. Odell Burke of Timber was tending to his field when he found a monster dead, hearing a loud impact. It occurred while he was making a fence with steel pipes. We'll have to keep an eye out for either that monster or steel pipes, or maybe talk to Mr. Odell Burke himself if we ever get the chance to meet him. But for now, what we need to do is we need to head down to the front of the school. Should mercenaries have more brains than brawn? I feel like that's just asking for trouble if you've got clever mercenaries, really. Should have a little bit of brains, but surely it should be mostly brawn. There's my favourite NPC in the game. Been here since the garden was built. We'll call him Jeeves. He doesn't have a name, but we shall call him Jeeves. You can just use the directory to walk to like get straight down to the front gate, but I don't know, it's just nice to walk down sometimes. You know, admire the school, listen to the music a little bit more. Plus, if you just, you know, walk down with the directory, you can't get this draw point. And now this is a spell we definitely want. We definitely want some cures. Not like I use magic in this game because of the way the junction system works. Wow, our teacher got changed. Hot dog. Hot diggity dog. Few things to explain. I am going to skip every single tutorial that comes up. If you press the cancel button, it will skip. I am going to skip every single one of them, as I will explain them as and when we can. So outside, this is our world map. As you can see here, quite a nice little world map. The fire cabin is of course over there. There is a small town this way. Now if you stay on the map, on the road, then you don't get into random encounters, which is really nice because, well, in this game you don't really want your levels to go too high. I'm not worried about a few level ups, but the higher your level, the higher the enemy's level. Which, yes, it can work for certain aspects and certain things, but for others, I mean, I don't really think we need to. So we'll grab some thunders while we're here. Talk to this man. Yeah, don't condemn us. So this shop here, I've come down here, this shop here is known as a junk shop, where you can remodel your weapons. You essentially upgrade your weapons. There's no equipment or anything in this game. You can see the character's weapon there on the status screen, as well as, you know, their limits. So there's no accessories, there's no armor, there's no buying of weapons, anything like that. You just upgrade with parts from monsters. Now with this you can rearrange your magic, or you can exchange your magic. So these 13 thunders I just got, I want to give them the Caestus. I also want to give the cures the Caestus at the moment. So the way junction works, we'll do this on scroll here. So you go junction magic, so my spirit is currently at 5. If I equip the Asuna spells, my spirit goes to 8. But if I were to use those Asuna spells either in battle or outside of battle, my spirit stat would drop. Now, spirit at the minute, it's not the end of the world. The reason I do this GF this way around is trying to give Caestus the thunders on her magic, because Caestus's limit break, if we ever get a chance to use it, it scales off her magic stat. Now, money-wise, we've got 5,000. So we could buy some stuff from the shop here. Honestly, most of it's not needed. I mean, potions, high potions. We can basically just break most of this to the fact that it doesn't actually do anything. The ammo will come into play later. J potion and J returners. If you go to use your GF in battle, it actually replaces your character on the whatchamacallit, on the battle screen, which means it's actually the GF that takes the battle damage. Now in Balam Hotel here, we can find an old issue of Timber Maniac. We can give that a quick read there. That'll be explained later on as well. A lot of places say you have to rest up here at the Balam Hotel to read that copy of Timber Maniacs, but you don't. You can just walk straight in. There's nobody particularly entertaining to talk to in the town of Balam here. It's just nice and peaceful. I just like the music. I really like the music. But yeah, so I'll come down here, we'll grab them thunder spells, as we will be able to get more, like right now. Your points restock based on the amount of steps you take. The more steps you take, you see I got 13 the first time, but I only got 5 there. So obviously, if I'd taken more steps, I would have got more thunders on that second draw. Now, I will explain drawing properly in the first battle we get into, which is not going to be today. We're going to be wrapping this one up in a minute. I'm just walking back up here. There is... You see, I want to keep levels as low as possible, so the minimum amount of battles on my way to the fire cavern is wonderbar. It's fantastic. And obviously next episode I'll explain how drawing works, we'll go over the battle mechanics, we'll be able to get a little bit more in depth with the junction system later on in the game as we start getting more GFs. As you can see, we've only got the 2 here. Now one thing you can do that I haven't explained yet is you can assign abilities for your GFs to learn. Like boost, so you can boost the damage your GF does in battle. Obviously, Team Magic will fly in there, refines lightning or wind magic from items. New junction abilities to junction magic too. Now, obviously, magic plus 20 is a passive ability you can equip on your character that increases your magic by 20%. Obviously, there's varying ones: magic, HP, spirit, strength. Some magic increases the damage your GFs do, all the way, I think it's what, 10, 20, 30, and I think 40 as well. Completely pointless. GF HP, I never bother with. The important one to start with, Quetzalcoatl, is card. We want that ability to card as soon as possible. Whereas Shiva over here, I actually want boost for Shiva first, I think. Ice Magic Refine could be useful, depending on how and when you want to do things. I'll have a set way of doing things, so I know I'm going to have Ice Magic well by the time I need it, as well as any other abilities I might need. But Ice Magic Refine is 100% the way to go with Shiva. If you want to start refining things, we have nothing to refine at the moment, so unneeded. Go for boost because, well, we're going into a fire cavern, you know. Summoning Shiva might actually be useful if we get the boost ability. She can deal more damage for us, might speed things up a little bit. Now, Shiva, as you can see, she has strength and Vit junction, along with spirit, whereas Quetzalcoatl has HP and Vit, along with magic. So each GF comes with its own thing. Once we start learning GF abilities, they will be accessible in that there. Switch we can't use yet because we have no other switches, but we can just swap junctions immediately if we wanted. Card menu, self-explanatory, 10 pages, got to fill them all up with cards. Now, the tutorial menu in the information center here has, you know, the basics if you want to look at it there. It can also explain, you know, the different icons for elements, which obviously we'll go through as and when it's relevant. The testing that we can't do yet, explain the card rules. The online help obviously explains how it's the tutorials that characters in the game give us. Battle operation, you know, it explains how battles work. If you've obviously got any interest in reading that, I'll explain all of it as and when it's needed. Other status, other menu, self-explanatory. Obviously, the status lets you look at the status of your characters. You can see, you know, elemental defenses, status defenses. Now, this menu, it shows you your compatibility with the GFs. You can raise it, which all it does is it allows you to summon them quicker, so I never really worry about that. And obviously, special there, it shows you what their limit is. Now, Squall, obviously, you see he's got 2 settings here. So he's got Gunblade Auto, which you can turn on, but I never would. You want to pull your gun. We'll explain that once we get into the first part. We get that tutorial, but you want that on off. And then there's a Kugan indicator I always leave on, and it shows you, you know, his special finishes to his limit there at the bottom. But this is where we're going to leave it for now. Next time we will make our way through the fire cavern, where I will get to explain more about how this game works with as far as battle mechanics and GFs go. But yeah, very, very excited to start this one. Very, very excited. This is the one I've played the most. It's the one I know the best. Hey, get back on there. So yeah, as always, this is Daddy Gladdy signing out. Have a good day.